Hello, intuitive friends. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All links are down below, as well as in the chat. And today I am spilling some tea, and of course, for entertainment purposes only. It is an open-ended question. What is possibly going on with fill in the blank? I do have lots of details in the description box. So if you want to read that, I will be reviewing that in a few. But first, intuitive friends, remember to take a look at the September readings, which are uploading. I want to say I already have all the fire signs up and the earth signs. And so what I'm working on uploading next, and I want to say I have a couple air signs. I think I have Gemini and Libra up. If they're not up now, they will be up tomorrow, I want to say. But that being said, intuitive friends, welcome back. This is a $9.99 reading, focusing on spilling the tea in regards to whatever it is that you may have a question on. Now, it is a $9.99 USD currency. If you are watching from other currencies, just make sure, as long as it is equivalent to the $9.99 or $10 USD. This is not a free reading. There are no refunds, no follow-up questions, and that's because I'm going to give you as much messages as I can channel for entertainment purposes only. But it is a $9.99 or $10 USD, 10 minutes. Well, I say 10 minutes, but usually I take a little bit longer than that because I like to give a lot of details, or as many details as come through. And so the only one question that I'll be focusing on is what's possibly going on with fill in the blank. All right. But if you're looking for messages that fit a specific storyline, confirm what you hope to hear, or assign meaning that aren't actually conveyed, then intuitive friends, perhaps this may not be the channel for you, as I channel whatever comes through, and of course always for entertainment purposes only. Some examples of how you can word your question are as follows. If you're asking a question about you and someone else, you would word the question as follows. What's possibly going on with me? And you can give their either first name or initial. After that, state if it's a no contact or a new connection, or if this person ghosted you, or if this is your spouse, or if this is part of you and this person are in a relationship, or if this is a family situation or a family member. Another way that you can phrase the question is what's possibly going on with what's possibly going on with my new connection? Okay. Now, does it have to be new connection? No, but that's just an example. So if you just started working, I don't know, on a project, what's going on with my new project? What's going on with my new caseload? What's going on with this situation that I have at work or with my family or whatever it may be. Okay. So you could give a little bit of information there. I never ask you questions. I just channel messages and let you, if it resonates and see what may unfold for you. Another thing here is that, maybe you're interested in a specific area of your life. And the question, you can phrase a question this way. What's possibly going on with, and then just select one area. All right. So my love life, or my career, or my family, or my spiritual life, or whatever it may be. Okay. Remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And please remember that readings should never replace professional, licensed, medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice, or professional, licensed, medical, financial, therapeutic, or legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed, professional, medical, financial, therapeutic, or legal advice. That being said, intuitive friends, let us begin our $9.99 USD or $10 USD 10-minute super chat only. Members only on super chat. So again, intuitive friends, the only one question that I'll be channeling is what is possibly going on with, and then you fill in the blank. Now, I'll add a little bit of charm casting to the reading. So if you're interested in that bonus, then no worries. I'll just include that in the reading. So I'll take a couple of, like, maybe 5 minutes on that, and then I'll jump into your 10-minute reading. So I won't even count that. So if you're interested in finding out some form of information here for entertainment purposes only, feel free to jump in and place a super chat in the reading. I just came off of the what may be unfolding in September reading. So I already did that one a few minutes ago. I literally jumped from channeling messages there, and now I'm jumping to this new topic here about spilling the tea. So let's spill some tea here, intuitive friends. Again, I'll add a little bit of charm casting here for you as well, for those of you who are interested, at no extra charge. So I'll take a couple of 5 more minutes with that, and then I'll jump into your 10-minute reading. All right, intuitive friends, I'll be here for a bit. Don't forget to take a look at your September readings. Those are uploading. I want to say Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are already up. And then we also have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tomorrow, Gemini and Libra are coming up. And of course, throughout the rest of the weekend, along with next week, you will see the rest of the signs going up, and they're all going up individually. Now, remember, September reading is, I'm featuring the charm casting, okay? Remember, intuitive friends, that this is a $9.99 or $10 USD reading. So if you're interested in participating in this reading, it does require a $10 super chat. And once I see the $10 super chat pop up, I will give you your reading. All right. Intuitive friends, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. I have lots of cards here. So, because in this part, in this topic, in this, like, what's possibly going on with, I have no idea what the question will be, right? What theme or what context, right? Like, is it love? Is it work? Is it career? Is it money? Is it family? Is it, so I have a lot of cards here, and then I just go with the flow. Intuitive friends, remember, this is not a free reading. This is a $9.99 or $10 super chat. Once you place your super chat, then I'll be able to see who's here. And then we're going to jump straight into your reading. Before you put in your super chat for $9.99 or $10, make sure that you read the examples, okay? Read the examples. The examples are there for you. And If you need some help, I'll be more than happy to rephrase your question so that it is open-ended. If you would like a dearly departed reading, which I do those also, I've been thinking about doing that as like separate, but I kind of figured dearly departed reading, I just channel messages from a soul who has departed, and I asked them to give me as much evidence and details, and then I just channel those messages as well. But today, again, intuitive friends, what's possibly going on with fill in the blank. So I'm doing the what's possibly going on with in this live. So this live, and it should be at the title. Is it that's the title up there? Let's see. Yeah, it says it there. $9.99 USD 10-minute super chat reading, focusing only on one question, focusing on what is possibly going on with. All right, intuitive friends, I'll be leaving in about 5 minutes. So if you are interested in participating in this reading, just make sure that you drop a super chat for $10 or $9.99. And then, of course, I will channel messages for entertainment purposes only. All right, this is not, this is freezing. Okay, here we go. Hello, going through it. 555. What's possibly going on is next. Oh, so I could ask in the 999 what's possibly going on with my life in general. Yeah, you can ask that. I would, if I were you, going through it, 555, I would be a little bit more specific. What specific part of your life are you concentrating on? Because that's really going to give you more details in that specific area. Life is too general, which is why I placed above what's possibly going on, and then just pick one area of your life. If you're interested in finding about love, career, family, or anything like that, yes, you can do love life for sure. Yeah. Oh, love life. Oh, I see. I thought you said just life. Yes. So could I ask in the 999 what's possibly going on with my love life? Yes, you can. I can channel messages and see what is popping up here for you in that regard. Yeah. And like I said, I'll add a little bit of charm casting here. All right. Thank you so much. Going through it, 555. What's possibly going on in my love life? All right. Now, are you single or are you in a connection? Because that's going to be important. All right. Just let me know. Are you single or in a connection? That's all that I need to know. Or is there someone you're interested in? Or is there someone you're talking to? That's all that I need because I want to get the right decks for you. Okay. Okay, single. All right. You're single and you ended two connections. Okay, no worries. Let's see what's coming through for you. This is going to be part of your reading, but of course, I'm not going to add it for time. I just want to add it for extra information. All right. All right. Thank you so much, girl. Going through it. 555. By the way, say hello and congratulations to your sister from my end. All right. Going through it. 555. Let's see. What is possibly going on in going through it, 555's life, love life, love life. Just ended two connections. She's single right now. Let's see what's coming through. All right. So I'm not going to take a look inside, of course. I'm just going to place the spoon in there and see what comes through. Going through it 555. What's possibly going on in going through its 555 love life at this moment in time? All right. So we have, by the way, there we go. All right. So we have those 2, 4, 5 5 charms. All right. All right. First and foremost, I always start from the left or wherever I'm being called. So I'm being called to start here with this selenite. This little chip here is a chip of selenite crystal. Now, selenite crystal here, going through it 555, is used to clear energy. Okay. So, what may be going on in your love life right now is that you may be clearing energies and trying to rebalance your inner peace. Okay, you do have the peace sign right here. I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer to the camera in a minute, but I want to talk about how this came out here. So you have the selenite crystal here, you have the peace sign. So again, Trinity. Oh, okay, Trinity. All right, so Trinity, you have here the selenite crystal. Selenite crystal is used to cleanse and clear energy. Selenite crystal is actually also used to clear other crystals. Okay, selenite crystal is a cleansing, clearing crystal. It does it automatically. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to, put it in water or anything. As a matter of fact, it's hydrophobic. You can't put that crystal in water because it'll disintegrate. So the selenite crystal here is telling me that right now, at this moment in time, your love life should either be focusing on or you are focusing on the sense of clearing away things, people, situations, or energies that no longer serve, that are not on your level, okay, or that is not moving, or especially if people aren't putting in the work, because you do have here Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn energy could be connected to your love life. It could be connected to the ending of some a connection, or maybe when you met someone in these two connections that you are letting go. Or this could be talking about someone coming up during Capricorn season. Okay. But in order for this possible person, to show up either during Capricorn season, which is the winter season, there needs to be here a sense of you cleansing or clearing your heart chakra, having the emotional peace, mental peace that is needed during your singlehood. You have here the letter S. And by the way, I have 2 letters coming in. I have the letter S, the letter V, and the letter U. So that may be connected either to the connections that you just left, or it could be connected to the love life that may be coming in. So you have the letter S, and I feel that there's this energy here of you needing to stay or being single for a bit. All right, because you need to release certain energies. You do have here the number 9. Okay, 9s are all about releasing. Now, the way that the number has laid out, it's coming across as number 9 from my direction. I'm looking at it from this direction. Okay, but it is the number 6, but it's coming up as the number 9. Now, 9s are about release, which again, both this charm, selenite crystal, and this peace sign here, or peace charm, are talking about that cleansing. Okay, it's talking about being single. Okay, and maybe even feeling like a load has been lifted. All right, if you don't feel that now, you're going to feel it a bit later. So there's this kind of like, finally, like, listen, if someone isn't putting in the work, you're not going to be really interested. I'm going to bring these charms a little bit closer to you, but that's what I'm picking up here. Now, I do want to mention that this Capricorn, what does it say at the back? Ambitious. You may be very focused on wanting to start something next. Like I feel here this energy of like, okay, that didn't work. Let's go. What's up? What's coming up next? And this is really talking about you needing to take a moment for yourself before you think about your next step. Think about and in a way allow yourself to understand why those connections didn't last or why you left those connections. Okay. Because that's going to be important, that reflective type of energy. Selenite crystal is usually a crystal that is very much connected to the moon energy, right? So, understanding the phase that you just closed before you're thinking about the next phase you're going to open. All right. Now, if we're going to take a look at Capricorn as symbolic through symbology here, Capricorn season is during the winter. So there may be a period of being single for a while, which is there's the letter S, being single for a while, but that's needed because there's a sense here of you needing to release the energy and creating some sort of internal emotional peace or mental peace within yourself. It's going to take some work on your part because you have here Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and it's an earth sign that's very much connected to stability. Now, if something doesn't change during Capricorn season, this could be perhaps something changing in one of the earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn season. All right. So there may be some sort of, with the letter S, shift or something coming in. Okay. Something changing here. All right. That's what I have here with the charms. I'm going to do tarot in a minute, but let me just show you. See, this is a selenite crystal doesn't come this small. It's just a chip that I ended up like when I got them in bars and they chipped off and I said, "Oh, I know I could use the chips for my charm casting." And then you have here the peace sign. Again, you need to strive for emotional peace, mental peace, all right, so that you could be ready for the next cycle. I don't feel that that cycle is happening right now. I feel there is a sense of like needing to take a pause. You have Capricorn here, okay? Now, the next person that might come in here for you might be either a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That could be in their sun, moon, or rising. Or it could be maybe in their Venus, in their Juno, or in their fifth or seventh houses. And those areas on the astrological chart talk more about love, okay? It seems like you are really searching or looking or wanting to attract someone who is motivated, who is ambitious, who is serious, who's willing to do the work, who's willing to put in the consistency. You want something stable, which again, we have the letter S here. Okay, you have the letter S. Stable, solid. All right. I feel that, it may take some time in order to find the right person. But what's more important here is the sense of release. Okay. And you see here the number 9. Okay. Now, originally it's the number 6. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. The number 6. But in the position that it was in, it was giving number 9. Now, the person that you may meet next may be a life path number 9 or a life path number 6. You could be a life path number 6 or you could be a life path number 9. Now, how do you calculate your life path number? You take every single digit of your date of birth, meaning the month, the day, and the whole entire year, and you take every single digit and you add it. If you get a double digit, then you add those two digits and reduce it to one single number. So the single number should be anything between 1 through 9. All right, so that's just giving you that tip out there. So maybe here your love life may be uh, unfolding here in the near future with someone who may be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe life path number 9 or life path number 6, initials coming across as S, V, or U. And but I do feel that there's a sense here of you being single for a while until certain things clear, or until you I feel here kind of really understand where you really stand in regards to certain ideals and certain beliefs or certain perspectives. And that's important, right? That's important because maybe after these two connections that you just closed, you are looking back at your checklist and saying, you know what, I gotta add this or take this away. So there's this sense here of like taking a second look at what those ideals may be. I just saw you, it says here, yes, after I release those connections, I feel a big emotional shift. And I did wonder with the eclipse that happened today, it felt different from the first time. There definitely an eclipse happening today. I mentioned that in the, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do that other deck in a minute. But yeah, there's a shift here for sure, because you have here the selenite crystal. So the shift is cleansing and clearing. It's like you no longer having the bandwidth or the patience to deal with people who are not on board with what you want in regards to love, in the type of stability that you want, or the type of compatibility that you're looking for. It's like it's no longer like, okay, I'm going to, no, it's like, listen, you're either on, you're either checking off the list and it's like, okay, it's going well, or you know what, if it's not, I gotta go. So it's this sense of like more of a sense of maturity, or being very single focus in regards to your list. It's like, and let me just give you an example. This may not be what happens before. And again, I'm not looking at your past relationships. I'm looking at the future of your love life coming up, right? And some things from the past may come up, but let's just pretend, right? Let's pretend you're like, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't have a good work and life balance. And you meet someone who's very attractive, good looking, you have deep conversations, and they just have a very hard time being consistent, because you're more sure here with Capricorn, earth element, because you're more stable, focused, mature on what you know that would make a good relationship compatible to you. You're no longer going to give a person a chance just because. You're going to give a person a chance if you feel that it is in alignment with what you are wishing, hoping, and desiring, which you really want. And you really want stability. Capricorn is not afraid of doing the work that is necessary, but they do want someone who could also give the same in return, and someone who could be consistent. So the person could be gorgeous as a model, but if they don't have a stable job, that may be an issue. If they don't have stability in their life, that may be an issue. If they can't be specific and clear, the letter S, okay, about what type of relationship they want, then it's not going to work. If you are on the mindset of like, I want to build something solid. You see what I mean? So that's the energy that I'm getting here in regards to the clearing that selenite crystal, because there's this kind of energy here where you've come to the point that you're like, you know what? Even if I have to stay single for a bit, I'll do that. I just want the right connection. And because tonight is a lunar eclipse, you may be shifting, your emotions may be shifting, your perspectives may be shifting into something that is more like, okay, you know what? Even if I'm by myself for a bit, I don't care. I just want that peace of mind and emotional peace that the person I am with, that I'm getting to know, really is on board with that same type of energy. You see what I mean? So if you're not there yet, and I'm not saying that you are or you're not, but if you're not clear on the specifics of the foundational belief, your belief system, your moral beliefs, your spiritual beliefs in regards to dating, or what you expect, like your family values, or what it is that you want to, the type of person you want to date. I'm not talking about, oh, are they tall, are they handsome, and they have this, their eyes are like this. I'm not talking about those qualities. I'm talking about beyond the superficial. I'm talking about what creates a very strong foundation and what a connection could build from. Friendship, okay? A person who knows straight away that they're not playing games, and that their actions and their words are aligned. And when you are getting to know someone, an easy way to look at it is, or what makes it a lot easier, is to say, is this the type of person that I want to be the father of my children or the mother of my children? You see what I mean? Like, that's the energy. It's like, do I want this person to be the parent of my child in the future? And if they don't have those qualities, then this is talking about you clearing what no longer serves. That's why the peace sign is here, because there needs to be this sense of emotional and mental peace within you, so that you're able to know what it is that you want to see or edit or fix on that list. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's take a look here, since we have a lunar eclipse today. Let's see what else is coming through. I want to use this moon deck here. All right, so let's see what's going on here. What is possibly going on in Trinity's love life? What is possibly going on in Trinity's love life? Let's see what's coming through. And I'm hearing the number 2, so it's 2 cards they want me to pick out. This is why they want me to pick out 2 cards. You have nothing is set in stone, and be bold and make the first move. All right. So nothing is set in stone means things are still shifting and changing. Mutable moon. Things are still shifting and changing. Like I said, validation, confirmation that I was picking up. It's too early to be kind of looking at like who you're going to date next, because there's some sense of clearing that needs to happen here. All right. And the reason why you need to sit down, the letter S also, you need to sit down and really release things that haven't worked. Okay. What hasn't worked? Have you been giving way too much time to something that you knew or felt from the beginning like this is not a strong yes? You got to reevaluate how you're dating in order to understand what you need to set in stone. Maybe you need to edit. Maybe I'm not saying that you didn't know before. Maybe you did know before, but guess what? Now you met two people and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I'm looking for either. And sometimes you got to go backtrack and say, okay, I also need to focus on this, that, and the other. So again, nothing is set in stone. That means things are still shifting and changing in regards to your love life. This could be your emotions, your ideals, your list, the qualities that you're looking for, the things that you are wanting to, you know, find in a connection. Be bold and make the first move. All right. If let's pretend you meet someone, right? And you feel strongly like it's a no, then give it one day. Sometimes you know very quickly. I mean, I know on one day if something's not gonna go in a certain direction, but that's me. Sometimes people need 2 dates. If by the second date you don't feel like this is the right person, don't waste your time. You know what I mean? Allow yourself to say, you know what? I really don't see this person in alignment with me. Now, I'm not just talking about looks. Like I said, it's not about the superficial, it's about the deep, important root, right? So if you're looking to date seriously and someone is dating casually, that would not be a good mix. If you want to have children someday and someone else doesn't want to have children someday, that's not a good match. If you don't want to have children someday and you meet someone who wants to have children someday, that's not a good match. You see what I'm saying? If you believe in marriage and the other person that you're getting to know doesn't believe in marriage, that those are core fundamentals that are not in alignment. So sooner or later that may create some sort of friction. This is why you need to be okay with, all right, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and if this person isn't on board, then I'm okay. I can exit this situation and keep looking for someone who is more aligned with the foundations of what I want in my love life. So this is talking about foundational type of love life work, what I'm talking about here, okay? So nothing is set in stone, because probably right now at this moment in time things are still shifting in regards to what you may feel, sense, or experience. This experience of these two connections that did not work out is giving you more information on what you want to focus on in regards to building with someone else. Okay, so that's how this is coming across. Let's see what else is coming through. So the two connections that didn't work out, it's giving you more information on what you need to really focus on moving forward. Okay. And every no that you encounter through dating gives you more information on what it is that you truly want. Because sometimes we say, oh, I really want someone who's ambitious and has a good, solid career. But then the person who's ambitious and has a solid career may not have time for you. You see what I'm saying? So then you got to go back to the drawing board and say, well, wait a minute. All right. I know that I said that I want someone who's successful, has a good career, and has stability in their life. But I want someone who also is able to have a good work and life balance, where it doesn't become like the relationship doesn't become a chore. You see what I mean? So let's see what else is coming through. What is possibly going on in Trinity's love life? And you have here reciprocal lines. I told you, compatibility. Navigate boundaries with It says navigate boundaries with grace, mastering the art of give and take in harmony. You see, again, if you're not getting what you think you should be getting, um, yeah, no, I'm not talking about bad energy. I'm just talking about compatibility. I'm talking about reciprocal type of mindset, right? And it says here, navigating boundaries with grace. So being able to kind of navigate the dating scene with a sense of like, okay, if I don't see something unfolding or if I see some red flags, then I'm going to make the first move and be like, listen, I'm not really interested. Or, you know what, you're a great person, but I don't feel like we're a good fit. Great, great line to have when you have, first dates that really don't feel like they are compatible. Okay. So that is what's coming through in regards to reciprocal lines. Very interesting. It says, I went on one date. I knew from the beginning it was strong. It was a strong no, never seeing him again. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picking up here. Like it's kind of like, because Capricorn energy, even if you're not a Capricorn energy, they know they are like, listen, I am ready to put in the work, but only if I can have someone who is on the same wavelength as me, reciprocal lines. Okay. And you wrote here, and when I text a guy I could like, and I'm like, oh heck, no bad energy, they aren't aligned. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm picking up here. So nothing is set in stone. Things are still shifting and changing here in your love life, but it's very positive because like you're very sure, and it's okay. You may have to, you know, figure this out as you go along because we don't know until you go out on a first date, right? So there may be lots of first and second dates, but once you kind of get the like, okay, I know that this is like could be a potential person that I'm interested in getting to know. And there's that reciprocal, again, there goes that reciprocal compatible energy here. Okay, if it's not reciprocal, it's not compatible, then it may not be the strong yes, right? And I'm also getting here with the letter S in regards to the charms that you're looking for signals. It's like you go on the first date and you're looking for signals, like the red flags or the green flags or the yellow flags. That's how it's coming across here in regards to the S. Eventually, you're going to have a victory. Eventually, something's going to stick, but you need to have a lot of like, emotional peace, mental peace. Like, don't get yourself rattled up and don't feel like, oh my God, it's never going to happen. It happens when it happens. It's better slow and steady than, kind of like seeming like you're chasing, right? We don't chase, we attract. Let's see what else is coming through here. What is possibly going on in regards to Trinity's love life? And you have here the one who once loved. Look at that. Fragile. Secret love. Rejection. See, you feel like love has forgotten you. Like metaphorically, like symbolically, you feel like love forgot about me. Love has, like, Cupid is nowhere to be found. And this is saying you need to clear that mentality. You need to clear that what's after that? Yeah, see, liberation. You need to clear that mindset here, Trinity, because just because things are taking time or just because something is not moving at the rate or in the way that you're expecting or hoping or wishing or wanting for it to unfold doesn't mean that we give up on love. Okay. Hope and faith is super important. And so, yeah, you may have gone through certain heartbreaks here in your life. You have had your own experiences with rejection, or you've told people no and they have felt rejected. But don't ever feel like there isn't any hope for you to find your significant other, okay? Because it will come. It just needs to be the right combination of important fundamental things that you consider to be compatible, or an energy that's reciprocal, someone who can give and take. Because there's a delicate balance, right? Between, getting to know someone and really seeing that those red flags are red flags, and being able to see green flags also, right? Because at the beginning, you don't know the person and the person doesn't know you. So there's this really delicate balance when you're going on these first dates or second dates. But take away from your mind the idea or the notion that love has skipped you, or that you're not going to be happy, or that you're not going to get married, or that you're not going to find your special someone. All right. Like I said here, liberation. You have the one who once loved, okay? And there's a part of you that's like, you feel like it's now love is, or you finding your compatible partner is like a rare thing. It's coming across as like you feel like, oh my God, I feel like it's not going to happen. Or I feel like what I'm asking for or what I'm looking for is like so rare. No, it's not. It's not rare. We're all looking for the same thing. It's just difficult, or challenging to find everything that we're looking for exactly when we want to see it in a specific time set, and of course, I totally understand it. I'm single. Well, I choose to be single. I'm choosing to be single at this moment in time. So I've been single since 2023. I've gone on dates. I've given people opportunities, first date, second date, but nothing more than that. It's been like, okay, all right, I gotta go back to the drawing board, right? And so don't feel like love has forgotten you. It says the one who frees. Super important to liberate, to release, as I said here with the number 9 that I was picking up at the top of the reading, to let go of certain emotions here, or certain feelings that you have about not being able to connect with the right person, or there's no one out there for me, or this is taking too long, because all of that are lower vibrational energies and lower vibrational thoughts. Okay. And what we want to always do is have high vibrational energy, right? Be hopeful, have faith, go back to the drawing board, look at your list, you know, people that every first date or first and second date that you go and you're like, that's not the one. What makes them not the one? And then go back to your checklist and be, okay, I forgot. I want someone who has a strong foundation in fill in the blank, whatever that is. Okay. So this is a lot about you asking the right questions in order for you to see the clarity of something too. So when you go on those first dates, a lot of people have this kind of idea of like, oh, I go on a first date, I shouldn't ask those important questions. No, you should. You should. If someone is turned off by you asking what type of relationship are you looking for, then maybe that's not the right person. If someone gets intimidated by you saying, are you looking for a connection to get married? And you're not saying to marry you, you're just saying, are you looking for that type of committed relationship? If someone gets turned off by that, that is a red flag. Okay. All right. Let's get more clarity here. And I have, I want to say 2 more decks here. Let's see what else is unfolding here. I hope this is giving you some sort of clarity. I feel that you are in the process of shedding, letting go, okay, of taking a look at your list, clearing energy, being more kind of focused, not chasing, but being more focused on um, kind of like, you know what you want, and that's fine. Remember, delivery is super important as well, but let's see what's coming through here for you. And you have see vulnerability. And vulnerability says open your heart. Exactly what I was talking about here in this card, because this card, you see this person has, or she has both her hands on her chest. It's like she's closing herself to allow herself to love or be hopeful of love. So here we go. Open your heart and allow yourself to be tender. Don't get hardened or don't get jaded by the possibility of having to wait a little bit more, or um, you know, cut people off if it's not coming across as like a compatible match. Be okay with the letting go of something and not trying to hold on some type of energy here. Okay, because again, it says here the one who frees. Okay, so in the process, don't lose the hope of love. Alrighty, let's see here. What else is coming through? Give me one more here with vulnerability. You know, another great technique which I use myself is, you know, um to ask the universe, God, the creator, you know, if this connection is not meant for me, show me. Show me the signs, symbols, show me the things that I need to see or to know so that it is clear to me if this is someone worth getting to know. Okay. And usually when I say that, it's like I find something out, or something comes out of the blue, or there's just like some personality comes out of nowhere. And I'm like, oop, yeah, I kind of, yep, this is my signal here. It says water flight, heaviness lifts, burdens are casted away, weightlessness. I mentioned this at the top of the reading, and I said, you may be feeling a sense of kind of like a weight being lifted off your shoulders after those connections. And you have here water flight. All right. So you are feeling way better. And this is talking about, remember that I said, the selenite clearing the energy. And even if it's not like the connection, it's the residual energy of feeling let down by love, or feeling like, highly emotional. Because if you look at this card here, there's a lot of water. Water is emotion. You may have a lot of emotions about the fact that the dating scene seems a certain way, or you feel that it's like, oh my gosh, as much as I'm trying, it's not going anywhere. And so this is talking about allowing yourself to let go of that constraint, or that kind of idea or illusion that either this is going to happen quickly, or that it should happen at a specific in a specific way. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Capricorn is an earth element, and earth is slow moving energy. So your love life right now is in a clearing process with the selenite and that peace sign. Okay. And that number 9, which is about releasing. We saw the releasing here. Again, selenite, releasing, clearing. Here, heaviness lifts. Again, the clearing. So you may be right now at this moment in time in your love life, just kind of like doing energetic spring cleaning, or literally removing things, ideas, perspective, and jaded energy. And by the way, you see that? There's nothing here on my phone, but let's see here. It's the same. I be needing to regulate my emotions after a bad day. Bingo. That's, yeah, exactly. Like, it's like after you come back from a date, you're like, oh my God, this is just horrible. This is just not gonna. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picking up. Thank you for the validation confirmation. He says, I don't know what it's called when you could read the energy from a text, but I also dodge dates and that. Wait, hold on. I can't read that. Wait, hold on. I feel that you're sentient. You just feel. I also dodge dates because of it, maybe telepathically. Yeah, you may feel someone's energy. You feel it. That's clairsentience. Yeah, clairsentience. Where even if you read a text or you have a conversation with someone, you pick up someone's energy. Mm-hmm. Your gut level feeling tells you like something is not right, or you need to look more into this, that, and the other. All right, let's take a look here. I want to know more about this. What is this kind of jaded energy that I'm getting here? Yeah, this is giving me validation confirmation. That's what I was picking up here with once. She who loved once. It's like you say to yourself, oh my God, this is like not gonna happen. You know what I mean? You feel kind of down or sad or whatever. Yeah, drifting apart. The connection between you and someone is fading. Yeah, there are moments that you can feel like sometimes even here, like I said, like you feel like love is something like you like that is slipping through your fingers, or like you can't reach, that it's like far away. And you gotta shift that perspective, shift that emotion, because that could be creating uh a challenge here for you, right? You can't get jaded. I mean, listen, sometimes you're going to do the rejection, other times someone's going to reject you. And, you know, consistency is key, because I see here Capricorn. I'm the same way. If someone is not consistent, there's no way in hell or high water that I'm even going to bother giving someone an opportunity. This kind of, I'll be here 1 minute and then I'll disappear. No, I can't. So, don't allow yourself to get sad or, you know, feel a certain way about this. Let's see how we can change this energy around. Let me shift this energy around. Let's see here. Let's see. How can Trinity shift this energy around? What is possibly going on? Ace. Ace. Hold on a second. Ace, buddy, come here. No. Come. You're such a good boy, baby. No, baby. No. Leave it. Here. All right, let's see how you can shift this energy around. What's possibly going on in Trinity's love life? How can Trinity shift this energy around? All right. I actually was going to go for the other one underneath, but look at this. Challenge. It says standing up for your rights, standing up for what you believe in. Don't lower your standards. Do not lower your standards. If you have a certain kind of like, strong foundation in something, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? So it says here, stand up for your rights. Okay. And again, that has a lot to do with be bold. And, if you got to make the first move on like exiting a situation, or if you got to make the first move in asking important questions, then you ask those questions and you make certain things clear, right? How else can Trinity shift this energy? Miracle, making a difference. You gotta believe that the universe, God, creator, your higher self is guiding you to the right connection. All right. You got to believe in the power of the miracle of co creation, the miracle of finding the right person at the right time, connecting with the right individuals. Because it's like there's this energy here of like, I give up on love. And I said that before. It's like you got to change that energy of like, I give up, or that's it. I don't believe in love anymore. Or, you know what? I went on 3 dates and, this isn't working. So, kind of letting go of that energy. All right, let's take a look at your last and final card here. All right, Trinity, I hope these messages have given you some sort of clarity here. Again, you got to shift that energy around. I do want to mention, and I'll look for it for you. I'll put the link in a minute. But you can, I do have a divine counterpart affirmation that you can do before you go to sleep. You could do the nighttime affirmation, and then after that, do the divine counterpart affirmation to attract. Okay, not today because we have an eclipse going on, but definitely coming through as you're, keep doing what you're doing. Take a look at your list, take a look at your, the fundamentals of what you consider important in a connection, in a marriage, in a family, in a partner, a spouse, a future father of your children. If you want to have children or whatever. But look at that Knight of Pentacles. I deserve financial security. You see, the Knight of Pentacles is the movement of kind of like moving towards the stability of something. All right. At this moment in time, your love life with this Knight of Pentacles, what is needed on your end is the dedication, the ability for you to look at love from a positive perspective instead of from a negative perspective. Be open to understanding that finding the right person may take time. There could be a lot of no's before a yes comes along. And that here with the Knight of Pentacles, you can't be overly cautious either. You really have to allow yourself to be like, okay, I'm really going to give this a shot, and I'm going to give it a shot with positive energy. All right. Because even if you're not, even if you're saying, yes, I'm positive, but your energy is very kind of jaded or lackluster, it could kind of, in a way, throw things off a little bit here. You got to be more hopeful in that kind of movement towards that stable relationship or person that you're really aiming to connect with. All right. And what did I say at the beginning of the reading? I said this is not going to happen quickly or in a fast way. Capricorn is an earth element. And what do we have here? And I told you, Capricorn is earth element. And what's Pentacles energy? Earth element. Is like this person is searching. See how they have their hand above their forehead? They're searching for the right person who's stable, consistent, and secure. And that definitely here, there's something about their financial security, like having a job and all that. Okay. That's important, but it's also important to understand that this is going to take time. Give me one more. You got to release that negative attitude or energy. Queen of Pentacles. See? It says, I have everything I need to prosper. In order for you to shift the energy of your love life, you need to be in the mindset of, I don't need anything. I'm good being single. I'm fine being single. I'm happy being single. It would be great to be with someone to enhance my happiness, but I'm happy with or without someone. See, the Queen of Pentacles energy has the sense of stability within her. Of course, she's very focused on having her King of Pentacles, of having stability in her home, stability in career, stable marriage, stable connection, stability with family. Stability is super important here for the Queen of Pentacles. But there's also this maturity and there's this co-creation energy with the Queen of Pentacles, who knows that she has everything that she has to excel in life and to enhance, not because she needs it, but because it's like, yeah, it would be great, but if I don't have it, it's okay because I'm good with what I have and I'm good in the life that I have. And so the Queen of Pentacles in this energy may be you. You focus on your stability, focus on building your kingdom, your castle, your uh, job, your career, your finances. Focus on continuing to build on you. And then as you're building on you, there could be a miracle, a difference here happening externally that may place you at the right place at the right time with someone who's compatible. You see? So focus on building your kingdom, your career, your money, your like, do you, okay? But not in a position where you're not believing in love anymore. Not like that. It's like, yeah, I'm doing me and I'm good, single, and I would love to be with someone. And if it's the right person, great. I'm very open to that, which is very different than being very kind of negative about it or like, oh, there's no one out there. Like, listen, I'm actually going to a wedding in November. And, this person waited a very long time to find their right person. Okay. And so, it can happen. But if you stop believing in the possibility, you become jaded, cold, and, you know, energetically there's like a lower vibrational energy. So this is talking about staying in a high vibrational energy and making sure that you're doing you, and along the way of you building your life, your career, your finances, feeling great, being happy, feeling comfortable in your own skin, feeling comfortable with being single, along the way, you may find someone who is connecting with your path. You see how the dragon is coming towards the house, not the house going towards the dragon. So again, aligning yourself with that energy. Super important for you to release lower vibrational energies or the thought. All right, wherever your mind goes, energy flows. And if you want, you could get on Amazon. You can get a selenite crystal and cleanse your auric field. You could put it on your heart chakra to cleanse your heart. You don't want your heart to be hardened, okay? Because then you come across as someone who's bitter, who's jaded, and that's not at a higher frequency. That is why you have selenite here. You have peace here, the letter S, the number 9, which is about release, and Capricorn, like I said, slow moving energy. Let's close your reading here with the last and final deck here. Release lower vibrational energies, release the jaded energy, release the negative emotions that you may have after a first or second date that isn't going in the direction that you hoped and wished. In the meantime, focus on you. Focus on you. Build your stability. Along the way, it will happen. Last and final card. And then I'll take a look in the chat and see if there's anyone else. If not, then I'll close the readings here. Masculine. Let's see the divine masculine, and this is not about gender, but the divine masculine, okay? When you are in your divine feminine energy, yin energy, you will attract your divine masculine. You got to be happy in your own success, in your own prosperity. It says challenges in life are inevitable, but the divine masculine, like the lion, shows resilience in adversity. The universe reminds you that true strength isn't shown in easy times, but when you choose to rise after falling. There you go. As the saying says, you might have to kiss a lot of toads before you get to your Prince Charming. Not literally, but this is symbolic. But there you go. You gotta keep moving, all right? And definitely clear the energy, as I said. Trinity, thank you so much for your love, loyalty, and support. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting a reading. Just a reminder, take a look at this reading again, maybe in 2 weeks, so that you can see and understand the message. I always tell people, watch your readings more than once, because at the beginning, it may seem like a lot of information, or at the beginning, kind of feels like, oh my gosh, like you may feel like, oh my gosh, like, overwhelmed because there's so much coming through. But allow yourself to kind of take some time off for yourself, be happy single for now, and build your empire, really, oh, by the way, don't go anywhere, because I have a link that I want to put here for you so that you can use before you go to sleep, so you can manifest your divine counterpart. Give me 1 second. Where did I put this deck? Oh, it's up here. Okay. Sorry. All right, intuitive friends. So Trinity, don't go anywhere, because I have actually, let me put it up here for you. Hey, Shaylee, how are you? What do I need to do to get Daniel out of the... Okay. So not what you need to do, but what is possibly going on with that situation. I can give you clarity if you want, of course, for entertainment purposes only. All right, Shaylee, let's see what will come through for you, okay? Trinity, give me 1 second. Let me share with you the... I'll share the link the playlist link there for you because it's under energy healing and affirmations. All right. So all right. So Trinity, I'm going to put the playlist here for you. And you could take a look at the divine counterpart affirmations that I have there. And also the other energy healing information and things that you can use there. All right, so there you go. All right, I need to, okay, just give me a second. All right, so growing through it 555, I just shared the playlist there for you. So you have Reiki, long distance Reiki, okay, that you can take part in if you like to. There's no obligation and that's all free. And you also have a affirmation before going to sleep, and you also have an affirmation to attract your divine counterpart. All right, so all that information is there for you. That being said, thank you so much going through us. Thank you so much, Trinity, for your love, loyalty, and support. And I'll see you next time. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Shaylee. But first, intuitive friends, I want to say thank you for your love, loyalty, and support. Tonight is a lunar eclipse, so people can be a little bit triggered tonight. So just in case, I don't know where everyone's time zone is, but if you're out there, just take it easy. Be compassionate with yourself as well. There may be a lot of emotions stirring or being released tonight. So allow yourself to embrace the new reset, okay, that's coming through tonight. All right. All right, intuitive friends, don't forget to take a look at your September readings. They're coming up. I want to say the fire signs are up, as well as the earth signs. The air signs are coming up tomorrow. So feel free, or they came up already. I'm not sure. I know I have them up there. But all this week or this weekend, you will see more readings going up, focusing on the September reading. All right, intuitive friends, give me 1 second. Remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And I only will channel what I see, feel, hear coming through in your readings. So tonight we have our lunar eclipse, full moon, but lunar eclipse happening tonight. All right, Shaylee, welcome back. Shaylee, I am adding a little bit of charms here to the readings a little bit beforehand to see what comes through. So that's going to be in addition to the 10-minute reading, okay? It's not going to be in lieu of or anything. All right, intuitive friends, if you're interested in taking part, remember this is a $9.99 or $10 super reading. Let's spill some tea here. Let's see what's going on. Interesting. I have the number 404. 404, literally, that's what came out. Fours are about stability. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. There may be something here that you feel it's like ongoing. I'm going to show you. Hold on a second so you could see this. Okay, you have 4. It came out 404. 404. So that may be of importance, number one. Number two, 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 8 is infinity sign for me. So infinity sign, obviously we're in August, so there may be something super important happening, maybe even tonight for you, because it is 8/28. So you got 2 8s there. So there may be something happening astrologically there. 404 came out. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8, 8 infinity symbol. You may feel like something isn't moving, or if you feel like something is ongoing. The 0 here, if we look at tarot, the 0 is the number of the, actually I put my charms over here. 0 is the number of the Fool card. So there may be something shifting or changing that may be beyond your control. There's something here that like you may want to control or change or shift, and it's difficult. And I'll tell you why. Uranus rules the Fool card, and Uranus is the destroyer of the old. In order for something new and in order for something new and stable to come in. So there may be something connected to your reading that you've been hoping or wishing to change, and it may be super difficult. And it may be difficult because it's out of your control. You can't control whatever this may be talking about here. All right. Uranus is in Gemini. So if you have any Gemini placements, or if Daniel has any Gemini placements, all right, that could come through here as some big shift happening on his end, some big shift happening in your end, or a big shift happening in the situation that you shared in the super chat. Okay, let's see what else. Let me give you more here. Now remember that the Fool card could be travel. This could be talking about a new move. This could be some spontaneous shifts happening. Remember, Uranus rules the Fool card, and Uranus is in Gemini. So, and it's going to be in Gemini between 7 to 8 years. So there may be very big shifts that you are not going to be able to control. It's going to be kind of like one of those things where you just got to see where the chips may fall. Okay. Didn't I just mention the 8? There you go. Validation, confirmation. And you see, I'm not looking in this case. I'm just putting in the spoon. Yeah, you feel like something is like it's been an eternity, or you've been dealing with this situation for a very long time. Love is at stake here. See? There's a lot of emotions connected to whatever this is. You have the number 2. 2 is about duality. 2 is also about opposition. You and Daniel may be feeling differently right now. The 2 with the heart. 2 of you may be feeling differently about the same situation, or you may be feeling differently about matters of the heart, or something that's important or valuable. Something's at stake here with the love, with the heart. Monkey. There's a lot of curiosity going on here in regards to this question. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can only do as much as you can. And then after that, it's pretty much open to how things may unravel with this full card energy that I'm picking up. Now, if we're looking at this number 4 as like tarot, the number 4 is the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is ruled by Aries, so that's a fire sign. So there may be a lot of passion, emotion, tempers running, impatience in connection to this question. And that is not helping the process because, like I said, with the 0 here, the full card energy, you can only do as much as you can, and the rest may shift or move here in its own way here with Uranus. So I don't know where you may have Uranus positions, or if you have Gemini in important placements, or if Daniel has Gemini in important placements on the astrological natal chart. But that's coming through here. What I'm also getting here with monkey is monkeys observe, monkeys watch. Okay. Have you ever heard the saying, monkey see, monkey do? Right? But before they do, they see. So for me, monkey is, and by the way, it's in its upright position. So we're able to see the face. I'm able to see the face. So it's in its upright position. There's someone here being very, very observant or curious here about how something may unfold. But again, there may be factors that are out of your control and out of Daniel's control. And I feel here with this infinity symbol, and again, I'm just going to say what I'm feeling here. It may feel like it's an endless type of energy. It's like, when is this going to stop? The number 2 is also coming through as yin yang energy as well. You know, the number 2 in tarot is the high priestess. So there is this energy here of there isn't any outward movement happening with us. Okay, you know me, I'm gonna say it as I see it. I don't feel any outward change happening here, but I do feel an inward type of change. There's a sense here of intuition or feeling like some balance needs to be restored here also. The acceptance of a duality here, putting something back in order or back on level here. Okay. Interesting, because today is a full moon with the lunar eclipse. So the number 2, the high priestess, is ruled by the moon card. There's something about privacy and something about being discreet in something here. There may be some information here that is not clearly known, or I don't know, maybe you're not talking about it. You want to keep it under wraps, or maybe Daniel wants to keep it under wraps, because there may be some information here that changes or it complicates something more. It's not as easy as, oh, this person is in this situation and that's it. It's, yeah, that person is in a situation, but there may be some other things that are not being discussed, maybe because of shame, maybe because, and I'm not saying that this is the case, I'm just saying maybe because somebody doesn't want to, they want to keep it a secret, or they don't want to talk about it, or they want to make it seem like, oh, don't look over there, it's, is this over here? And again, I'm not saying that that's your, I'm not saying that that is being kind of like you're doing this, but I am getting this energy of like there's more here than meets the eye. It's not a clear cut situation where it's just one matter. There are several things here. It's not just one. Okay. So I'll bring these up for you here so you could take a look at these charms. And everything was actually in its upright position. So, well, the 4, so funny. Spirit is funny. It took off the 404. It's like, yeah, you saw that already. Okay, fine, we'll take that. But here we go. The number 2, the heart, and the monkey. And again, there's this energy, especially with the 2, which is connected to the tarot here. We connected to the high priestess. And 4 plus 4, by the way, is equal to 8. And 8 in tarot is the strength card. So there's a need here to stay strong and to lean into the emotional strength, because the 8s, 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. And it came up twice. So if we're talking about the major arcanas, which is what I usually focus when I see these numbers, the number 8 is connected to Leo. So the strength card, confront whatever this situation may be about with a sense of leaning into your emotional strength and find comfort in your spiritual strength. Because I feel that there's a tug of war going on here. Or maybe the 2 also. There's a little bit of a tug of war. It's like, I want this to move in a certain way. And it's like, this is something that has, this has more than, as I say, it's like an octopus. It has many tentacles. It's not just one thing. There's more than one thing going on here with the number 2. All right. And stability may be at play here also. All right, let's see what's coming through. So I just wanted to add that as an extra type of like message here before we jump into the reading. But very, very interesting here. And by the way, there's nothing coming through here. So I have no idea what's being written, if anything is being written in the chat. As I said, I just channel what I see, feel. Oh, hold on. Let me flip this over because that was me. I didn't put it in correctly. All right, Shaylee, let's see here. 10-minute reading here, focusing on what is possibly unfolding here in this situation in regards to Daniel's environment and situation, everything and anything that could come through in regards to being able to do something. And I'm going to be very honest with you. From here, it doesn't feel like you can physically do something about it, but you can, especially here with the strength card, confront the situation with a sense of strength, with a sense of resilience. But I feel that there's, again, I'm getting this Uranus in Gemini. It's like, it doesn't feel like it's moving, or moving in the way that you would want or hope for. There may be some things here beyond your control. And remember, Uranus has no mercy on how it does what it does. It crashes things. It destroys things that no longer either serve a purpose or need to change. And if someone has been too resistant to allow the change to happen, then it becomes more complicated and more convoluted in a way. All right, let's see what's coming through. Give me more here. What does Shaylee need to do in order to get Daniel out of the environment he may be in at this moment or that he is in at this moment in time? Give me all right, let's see. All right, so it's 10:35. At 10:45 we're done. Okay, a time for healing. So again, it's not a time to do something, but it's a time to heal the emotions and the feelings, and heal the feeling of I'm drained, or I'm anxious, or I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm furious, I'm stressed, or oh my gosh, I don't feel, or I feel restless about something. Okay. It says a time for healing, a balsamic moon. I feel that the healing here is more about not having to do something, but rather instead of do for Daniel, there's this energy of having to do for yourself. And it's coming across as self-care, of like recharging or regenerating your battery, whether that's your emotional battery, whether it's your mental battery, and battery is like symbolic, but there's this energy here of like you needing to fill up your cup. And although it's very, um, you know, generous and nice of you to be thinking of him or that situation, there's something about you needing to heal while you wait, or while something unfolds or processes here over time. Let's see what else is coming through. Your dreams need a practical plan, okay? Practical plan means you need to be more realistic with if the situation doesn't improve, or if the situation, if there is a worst case scenario, right? Because there could always there, I mean, if it goes beautifully great, then obviously fantastic, right? But there's more preparation and more effort to be put into thinking something in a more practical sense in case it doesn't move in that direction. Now, full moon in Taurus, Taurus is ruled by Venus. And guess what? Venus is going to go into its shadow period, or its pre retrograde energy, starting on August 31st, which now that we have this card here, which is ruled by Venus, it makes a lot of sense why I'm talking and picking up about this energy here and saying, I feel there's something of a stall, or I feel that there's this, like something is just like on idle mode. And it makes a lot of sense. Venus in its pre shadow period, there's just more delays, more challenges, more friction as you want to unfold something. So again, it feels more about resetting, which could be the reason why you have here. I'm sorry, let me do this again. Here you go. A time for healing, because you may need to take some time and look at something from a practical point of view. It may not be, it might be difficult, it might be challenging. Nobody wants to look at the, you know, should it go left? But this is talking about needing to really look at what if the situation doesn't move forward? What if it is in a stalling type of energy for a while? How are you, or what are you doing to ground your energy? What are you doing to refill your cup so that you may not feel drained, or that you don't feel hopeless in something that you've been wanting to change but have no say, or you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much you can do. So if you've done everything that you can do, it's kind of like I said with that 8, that infinity sign, it's more like a waiting game at this point. And that could be, difficult. All right. Ooh, something flipped over. And what do we have here? It says darkness, long night moon. And like I said, you may be, or Daniel may be, going through a dark night of the soul, which is this energy of like, I don't see the light side, or I don't see the bright side, or the more that I do, the less that I find answers to something here. Okay. I want to see here how your guides are helping you through this situation. Let me see here. What else? What else can you do here? Again, I feel like, especially here with the darkness, which is interesting. I said that I'm feeling that there is something connected to the eclipse that's happening today, because today it's 96% dark. The moon is 96% dark. So very interesting. I feel that there's this energy of needing to go inward. You have here surrender. I mean, literally what I just said a little while ago, Shaylee. Surrender. Let go of the darkness. Let go of the feeling drained. Let go of the lower vibrational energies, the fear, the worry, the anger, the stress. Surrender by filling your cup. Pour into you. Be practical and sensible in how you're looking at this situation, which is beyond your control. And what's interesting here is that if you look at this card, it gives very much of this like Venus energy here. And like I said, Venus is going to go in its pre-shadow. So validation, confirmation on Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and the darkness. There may be actually a stall in something here. All right. So it's like you can't do anything because something here is in its kind of like frozen in time, or not moving, or, it's like a pause here. Let's take a look here, Shaylee, at how your guides may be helping you here. And again, like I said, especially with this energy here, it's super important here, Shaylee, with the 8. The 8 in tarot is the strength card. So confront this. What you can do in this situation is confront this situation, manage the situation by confronting it with the strength, with mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, energetic strength. Because like I said, 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Okay, this may take a long time here for something to move. And the 2, which is the high priestess, when the high priestess is involved, yes, it's about intuition, but it is also talking about the movement of something. And the high priestess, there's no outward movement. There's just an awareness of needing to be practical or sensible about something here. All right, let's see how your guides are helping you here in this situation. And then I have 2 more decks and then we're done. All right. Ask and literally every single time I shuffle a deck and I cut it in half, you get the same message. Nothing to do. Ask and receive. Be hopeful. Have faith. Lean into your emotional strength, mental strength. Again, this is coming across as like you gotta surrender. You could do as much as you can, and then you just gotta let go and let God, as they say. Okay? Again, you get darkness twice here. Darkness, and you got surrender. I'm sorry. Surrender or let go of the darkness. Faith is going to be super important here. And faith and acceptance. Okay? Because the only one that has the power to know what's best for everyone is the creator and destiny. So whatever is asked and whatever happens, it's how it's meant to pan out. Okay? So ask and receive. All right, let's take a look here at this other deck. Oh man, I just had it here 2 seconds ago. Oh, here it is. All right, let's take a look. All right, and then we're going to end the reading with one more card, or one more deck, I should say. All right, Shaylee, just remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see our lesson. Temperance. I mean, literally. Patience. Patience. It says, I find clarity through calm. Validation, confirmation. A time for healing, self-care, pouring into you. Taurus, practical. Being very practical and very sensible, okay? In a way, detaching your emotions a bit from the situation and just saying to yourself, all right, well, let's take a look at the both sides of the coin here. If something isn't moving, what is the practical, sensible plan here? What's going to happen? Or if it goes left, then what is the plan if it goes left? You know, I find clarity through calm, temperance, patience. I told you from the top of the reading, I wasn't getting like there's nothing that you can do at this point. But I was like, let's continue with the reading because you never know. And sure enough, every single card has come through talking about just like taking it easy, filling your cup, being more practical, having a practical plan, surrendering, letting go, letting the chips fall where they may. Yes, leaning into the asking and the receiving here of, asking something to move a little bit more. But again, Uranus is in the mix in this reading. So there may be something is crumbling for something else for space for something else. So we'll see how this may unfold. All right, let's see what's coming through here. And we have brave heart. Told you. Didn't I say you have 8? 4 plus 4, 8. When we're talking about the major arcana, the number 8 in the major arcana is Leo energy. Why? Because the strength card is the 8th, is the strength card in tarot has the number 8, and it is Leo that rules it. validation, confirmation, a lion, Leo energy coming up again. Brave heart. You're being called to make choices that resonate with your true desires. Though the path ahead may be filled with uncertainty, trust in your inner wisdom is also trusting in destiny. Things are going to unfold as they need to unfold. Step forward bravely, and life will reveal endless possibilities to you. Shaylee, that's all that I have here for you. I hope these messages have been insightful. I mean, talk about from the top of the reading with those charms all the way through the end with this card. A lot has come through. It's giving the same type of energy, but I hope there's been some type of clarity. I want to thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much for your support and your generosity. I wish you, as always, the very best. And intuitive friends, I want to say good night to all of you, and I hope everything pans out well for all of you here with this lunar eclipse happening tonight. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.